Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, class.
Afternoon, sir.
Okay, so today we shall be looking at local government accounting. Yeah, we shall be looking at local government accounting. So we start with what is local government. As we all know, local government is the third tiers of government. Is the third tiers of government as the grassroots that was created. Okay, hello? Can you hear me very well? Hello?
Yes, sir, we can.
So local government is the third tiers of government established to provide the grassroots development to the local community. So local government was established in 1976. So the reason why they established local government is to ensure that the development and growth get across to the local community, especially the rural area. So that was the reason why local government accounting is created. Please try to mute your audio. Try to mute your audio, please. Try to mute your audio. You are disturbing us. Please try to mute your audio. You are disturbing us with your. So now we should look at the reasons for creation of local government. What are the reasons for creations of local government? Why do we create local government? One of the reasons for creation of local government is to ensure that the ultimate goal of bringing government to the people at the grassroots is achieved. So it's to ensure that the ultimate goal of bringing government closer to the people at the grassroots is achieved. So that is one of the reasons why we create local government. Another reason for creation of local government is to ensure rapid development of the local area, or to accelerate development of the local area. So they believe that if there is a local government, most of the rural area, most of the rural area that is established, that is far to the states, will be developed by the local government, because the idea is that the state government cannot be the one to construct drainage to all the rural area, all the communities. You understand? Some of this drainage will be constructed through the creation of local government. Some of the primary school education will be provided through the creation of local government. Please try to mute your audio. Please try to mute your audio. You are disturbing us. So another reason for creation of local government is to accelerate or increase rapid development of the local area. Another reason why we create local government is to serve as a training ground to the local politicians, is to serve as a training ground to the future leader. We can call it future political leader, or to the local politician. What this one means is that for those who are aspiring to be a politician, or to be a governor, to be a president, to be a senator, so the belief is that you have to start from the grassroots. Okay, you have to start from either you are a councillor, you're a local government chairman, you're a supervisor. So they believe that when you start from the grassroots, you start from local government, you gain a lot of experience, training, so that when you now reach a state level, you will have more experience. You understand? By the time you go to the federal level, you'll have get more experience than for you to just start afresh. So local governments serve as a leadership training. It serves as a training ground for future political leaders. So those who want to be our future political leaders in the future, they believe that they have to start at the local government first. So let's know how you manage the local government before you can say you want to become a governor. So that is the ideology. One of the reasons why local government is created. Another reasons for creation of local government. Local government will address the issue of domination and marginalization. Local government will address the issue of what? Domination and marginalization. In what way will local government address this? First and foremost, in every state, we may have like more than 20 different tribes. All the tribe we have in a state cannot be a governor. There cannot be a deputy governor. There cannot be, but in one or two local governments, there will be a chairman. Do you understand? There will be chairman in that local government. So in that local government, the chairman must be from their tribe. So the tribe that has not produced a governor, that has not produced a deputy governor, they won't feel marginalized because they believe that somebody of their tribe, the member of their tribe is the one heading their local government. So to address the issue of, assuming there is no local government, there will be a lot of political chaos. There will be a lot of protection that protests that it's only this tribe as becoming governor, our own tribe. And we have so many minority tribes apart from the major tribe in every state. So most of these minority tribes, the best way for them to be represented in the affair of politics is by creation of local government. The best way for them to be represented in the affair of politics is by what? Creation of local government. So local government address the issue of domination and marginalization. Another reasons for creation of local government. Another reason for creation of local government is to provide job opportunity, creating job opportunity, provision of employment opportunity, which is number 5. Look at the number of local government we have in Nigeria. I think 776 local government or 774 local government we have in Nigeria. So those local governments, they in one or two ways, they provide job opportunity because there are a lot of people working there. In a local government, we have at least 500 staff or 300 staff working in a local government. That one has created job opportunity, employment opportunities. Just assume there is no local government in Nigeria. How is it going to affect the level of employment? The rate of employment will be increased. The rate of employment will increase. Even in some local government, they will have some contract staff that they will be employed for revenue purpose only. There will be some revenue collection officer. They are not full-time staff of the local government. They will be employed. They will be in charge of collection of a local government revenue at the markets or at the bus stops. of employment opportunity. So local government, one of the reasons why they create some people in the rural area, in the local area, they will get 1 or 2 jobs from job opportunity is also one of the establishment of local government. Another reasons for establishment of local government is to ensure establishing a channel of communication, line of communication. The easiest way in which a state government can communicate to the citizen is through the local government, because the belief is that the local government, they are the one that know more about the people in the area. You understand? Local government are familiar with the residents. They know the resident much more than the state government, because they are living with them, they are residing with them, they stay with them. So if any of the citizen or community, they have 1 or 2 complaints to lodge to a state, they have to channel the communication through what? Local government. And they will address that. That is the easiest ways of communication than direct communication. The local government chairman can communicate direct with the governor. When you lodge complaint to the local government chairman, it is the easiest way. So another reason for creation of local government, establishing a channel of communication. Another reason for creation of local government, promoting participation in politics. They believe that more people will be participated in politics by creating local government. There will be more office, more political office. We have local government chairman, we have local government vice chairman, we have a local government secretary, we have councillor, we have supervisor. So there is more political appointments. So creation of local government will provide more political office so that people can showcase their talents. People can know more about governance, especially at the grassroots. So those are the reasons for creation of local government. So let me just repeat them again. Number 1 is to ensure that the ultimate goal of bringing government to closer to the people at the grassroots, while number 2 is to accelerate development at the rural area, while number 3 is to ensure leadership training for future political leader, to provide leadership training for future political leader. That is number 3. Number 4, to address the issue of domination and marginalization. Number 5, creating job opportunity. Establishing a channel of communication is number 6, while promoting participation in politics is number 6 reason for creation of local government. Now, function of local government. What are the functions of local government? Function of local government in Nigeria. What function does local government provide in Nigeria? Function of local government. Number 1 function of local government. This function I want to mention for the local government. This function is stated in the Nigeria 1999 Constitution. The Constitution stated it clearly. What are the functions of local government? It stated it clearly, the function of local government. So I want to mention them. Number 1 function of local government is the consideration of economic planning, and the making of recommendation to the State Commission on Development of the local government area. What this one is saying is, one of the functions of local government, which is the primary function of the local government, they are the ones that will provide economic planning to the local area. And they will also recommend to the state what kind of development that local area needs. Some local area, some community, some town, they may need pedestrian bridge. It is the local government that will recommend to the state government, the governor, our people, they need a pedestrian bridge in this area. Some local government, they will need a general hospitals. So it is the local government that will recommend to the states the need of the people. Some of the local government that is being affected by the flood, it is the local government that will recommend to the states, that will channel the complaint to the states. So economic planning of community area is the primary function of the local government. And they also recommend the need for development, what kind of development that the state need to provide in that local area. That is one function of local government. Another function of local government, establishment and maintenance of cemeteries, burial ground, and home for destitute. We have public cemeteries, burial ground, and we have home for destitute. Those, the destitute, they are the people that don't have place to stay. They are roaming about. Maybe they are insane due to some reason or other. Local government have to provide an area, a place that they will put them. That is the function. Local government, every local government must have a cemetery, burial ground, and they will be maintaining it. It's not the function of a state. It's one of the key developments. Another function of local government, licensing of bicycle, truck, and motor cars. Most of the bicycle, motorcycle operating within a local government, most of the commercial truck operating within a local government, most of the buses operating within a local government. They have to collect a license. Local government need to know them. You understand? It's not the state that will give them license, apart from giving apart from state giving them license to operate. They have to collect a license from the local government too. Another function of a local government is establishment and maintenance of public markets. Establishment and maintenance of public markets, car park, and public convenience. Establishment and maintenance of public markets, car park, and public convenience. Most of the public market that we have in every area, it is owned by local government. They are the ones that will provide an area that people will be trading, so that there will be no roadside trading. Car park, they will provide an area that people in an area that this is a car park place or car park ground, so that there will not be indiscriminate parkings. Public convenience, public toilets. Local government has to provide that too, so that the community will not be littered with waste. These are the functions of a local government. Every local government should provide public toilet, public market, car park is their function. Another function of a local government is construction and maintenance of road, streets, drains, park, and other public facility as prescribed by the state legislator. Construction and maintenance of road. There are some road, inner road. It is the function of local government to construct inner road. Street.
What is saying they break down?
Close. Avenue. It is the function of the local government that will provide that. Please try to mute your audio. Try to mute your audio.
Process.
Please try to mute your audio. You are distracting us. Try to mute your audio.
This one twice also. The whole of this is for these two things. 50% is paid before the admission letter, and the other 50 after the admission letter. Okay. Accommodation 10,000 naira per month. Minimum of 1 and maximum of 3 in the room. 10,000.
Please,
these are
what is going on here?
Victoria, please mute yourself now. Mr. Idris, you can mute everybody at once.
An agent will be
I think we need to mute everybody at once.
Mute all at once,
How
please.
can I do that? I cannot.
How much is the visa fee? Okay, although you're going to do 80K, I'll be service here and come. Tuition fee.
Victoria, mute your audio.
Oh, they're mute already.
So please, by next class, I will learn how to mute everybody.
I know go mute.
So construction and maintenance of public market, car park, and public convenience is one of the functions of local government. Construction of and maintenance of road, street, drain, and park, and other public facility is also another function of local government. Another function of local government is naming of roads and numbering of houses. It is the local government that will name road. Adebowale Street, Abiodun Street, Adebayo Street. Numbering of houses, number 10, number 15, number 13. It is not state that will do that. It is the local government. The job of the state is more than all this. It is the local government that will number, this is number 2, this is number 3, this is number. So if you want your name, assuming you are a landlord, you want your name to be named after a street, you approach a local government. It is the local government that will give you a certificate of street naming. Provision and maintenance of public convenience. Public toilets. It is the local government that will provide public toilet and facility for refuse disposal. Public refuse disposal center where you can dispose your waste. It is the local government that will provide a place that this is a refuse disposal center in our area, so that people collecting waste in heavy houses, they will go and dump it in that area. Another one, registration of death, birth, and marriage certificate. When you want to register for when a new baby is born, birth certificate. The most recognized birth certificate is the local government birth certificate because it's stated in the Constitution. It's stated in the Constitution. But as time goes on, yes. In the case of birth certificates, in the last 5 years, 4 years, 6 years ago now, federal government now come up with a new policy that, okay, and they will now be the one to be issuing recognized birth certificates given by Nigeria Population Commission. But according to the Constitution, birth certificate issued by the local government is the most recognized because it's stated in the constitution. Marriage certificate, you want to do a wedding, you are going to a registry. The most recognized marriage certificate is the one issued by the local government because it's stated in the constitution that this is the job of the local government. In the case of marriage certificates too, some of this function of marriage certificate issuing, as I'm talking to you, some federal government under Ministry of Interior, they are still be the one managing some registry, which is against the constitution. So it's part of what the local government associations too need to fight for. It's not only fighting for local government autonomy alone. There are some of their function that has been hijacked by either the states or the federal government by themselves. Like the issue of birth certificates, I don't see any reason why Nigeria Population Commission will be issuing birth certificates. Let's leave the function to the local government. But some people believe that because of the reason why it's being managed by them is it will be well managed than issued by giving it to local government alone. Because most of the birth certificates issued by local government is not in terms of database. They don't have a good database, a record base. They will just issue the birth certificate. So you understand, because it's a local government. But the one issued by the Nigeria Population Commission, it will have a database, well database. So registration of death, birth, and marriage certificate is also the function of local government. Another function of local government, they are the one controlling and regulating outdoor advertisements, movement and keeping of pets, shop, kiosks and restaurants and other places for sales of food. So what this one means is that they are the one controlling advertising. You want to advertise, you want to put a banner, you want to put a structure for advertisement, you want to put advertisement in your car, in your public van, in your company van. You need to collect authorization and approval from the local government, and every year you need to be paying advertisement permit. Keeping of pets, you are keeping pets, dogs, all these things. You need to collect a permit from the local government. You need to collect a permit from the local government. Still on this advertisement, some states, the function of collection of advertisement permit by the local government has been hijacked by some states. Like Lagos State, we have Lagos State Advertisement Agency. It was established, I think, in 2004 or 2005. It is the function of local government to collect advert permits, to regulate advertisement. It's not the function of state. But the reason why they do that is they believe that controlling it by the state, they will generate more revenue and it will be more regulated. That is the reason why Lagos State has to set up Lagos State Advertisement Agency. It is not stated in the constitution as part of function of a state. It is function of a local government. So another function of a local government is provision of primary education. Local government, they are the one that will provide primary education, construction of public primary school. It is the function of local government. It's not the function of a state. Provision of primary healthcare services. Primary healthcare services too. It is the state that will provide that primary healthcare services, where people can do antenatal service, minor surgery, So it is every local government must have an healthcare center, at least in every town in that local government, in every community in that local government. Provision for rural water supply function. Local government will, in some places there is no water. It is the local government that will ensure that they will provide public water. So all these are the function of local government as stated in the Constitution. So these are the function of a local government. So the next heading that we should look at now is sources of revenue of a local government council. Sources of revenue of a local government council. There are three sources of the revenue of a local government council. There are three sources of local government council revenue. There are three sources. Number one sources of a local government council revenue is called statutory sources. Statutory sources. Statutory sources of revenue. While number two is permissive sources of revenue. Number three is incidental sources of revenue. What is statutory sources? Statutory sources is the sources of revenue that is accrued to local government according to the Constitution. According to the Constitution. Constitution stated clearly that this fund is for a local government, is statutory according to the Constitution. Now, let's look at the statutory sources. Let's look at sources of revenue under statutory sources. Number one sources of revenue under statutory sources. Statutory allocation from the federation account. Statutory allocation from the federation account. In public sector accounting, we have different fund accounts. In public sector accounting, we have different fund accounts. We have federation fund account, we have consolidated revenue fund account, we have contingency fund account, and we have development fund account. In the case of federation fund account is also called joint account. Federation fund account is also called joint account. It is the account that belongs to the three tiers of the government. It is the account that belongs to what? Three tiers of government. What I mean by that is that federation fund account is not owned by federal government only. It is owned by both federal government, state government, and what? Local governments. Revenue going to the federation fund account every month is going to be shared among the three tiers of government. Revenue going to the federation fund account every month is going to be shared among the three tiers of government. The share of the one of the local government is 20.60% of that federation fund account. Local government, all the 774 local government that we have, they will collect 20.60% of the revenue going to the federation fund account. Example of revenue going to the federation fund account: company income tax, custom duties, sales of crude oil, royalty for minings. All this revenue is going to Federation Fund account. Every month, they share the Federation Fund account. So the percent of that Federation Fund account is accrued to the local government. So one of the sources of revenue under statutory sources is statutory allocation from Federation Fund account, which is 20.60%. And mind you, they are based for sharing of revenue among the local government. This 20.60% is going to be shared among the 774 local governments. And their basis of sharing the revenue. In public sector accounting, we have revenue allocation. Revenue allocation means how do we allocate revenue among the 3 tiers of government? What are the basis of sharing revenue at the 3 tiers of government? We have principles of revenue allocation. One of the principles of revenue allocation is principles of equity. It means this 20.60% is going to be shared equal among all the local governments in Nigeria. That is principle of equity. We have principles of population. We are going to use the number of population in each of the local government to share the revenue. We have principles of derivation. We are going to, what does this local government contribute to this federation account? What do we derive from this local government? When you are looking at principle of derivation, what we do, sources of derivation, Lagos State, the local government in the Lagos State, they will be the one to collect most, because most of the revenue going to the federation account, at least 50% of them, I can say maybe 40% of them is coming from Lagos State. When you look at principles of population, most of the states in Kano State, most of the local government in Kano State, they will be the one to receive more. We have principles of landmass too. We can use landmass to share the revenue among them. Landmass. In landmass, some of the local governments in Niger State, they will be the one to receive more because they have the largest landmass. Principles of needs. So those are the principles of revenue allocation. In last diet, a question was asked, what are principles of revenue allocation? What are the problems of revenue allocation? Simple question and direct question. So one of the sources of local government revenue under statutory sources is statutory allocation from federation account. In practice, this statutory allocation from federation account, if they want to pay it to the local government, they will not pay it to the account of each of the local government. They will pay it to the state government account. And they expect that the state government account will share it for their local government. But state governor will be the one to control the fund. It will not give the local government. So that was the reason why most of the people, they are agitating for local government autonomy. And we are happy. In a couple, I think 3 days ago, Supreme Court have made the final judgment now that the statutory allocation of the local government should be paid direct to the local government account, not to the state again. So indirectly, the autonomy of local government is coming gradually. Local government is now independent on their own. To some extent, so I'm not saying they have full autonomy now. but indirectly they are having partial autonomy now based on the recent judgment of Supreme Court. Because as from next month now, if they implement the judgment, every local government, they will receive their statutory allocation, which is 20% from the federation account, direct to their account, not going to the state again. We have to recognize our government, Lagos State. If they want to pay them statutory allocation for the 20 local government, they won't pay it to the local government account. They will pay it to the state government account, and the state, who they want to control it, they won't give the local government. But based on the recent judgment now, if the judgment is implemented, local government is. So those are the means of autonomy. Those are the yardstick for autonomy. This is one of the yardstick for autonomy. It's not one of the major yardstick that we can say local government will have a full autonomy is at the time by the time that the election of the local government is conducted by INEC, not by the state electoral commission. Because what we have now is the governor that who said, this is the person I want to be the chairman of the local government. There is no election in the local government. There is no local government election. All the election conducted by the state electoral commission is not an election. It's just a selection. So, for the sake of time, let's go ahead. Second sources of revenue for the local government under statutory sources is 10% of the state internally generated revenue. 10% of the state what? Internally generated revenue. What this one means is that every state generates revenue internally. And states generating revenue internally, they are not generating this revenue from the heaven. They are generating it in one or two communities within that state. And that community belongs to the state. Constitution stated clearly that 10% of what state generates every month should be given to local government. Take for instance, if Lagos State generates, Lagos State government, maybe in 1 month they generate 200 billion. 20 billion out of it should be shared among all the local governments in Lagos State. That is one of their statutory sources. Another statutory sources of local government is fee and other charges imposed by the council under its instrument of creation and act of parliament. Another sources of local government under statutory sources is share of value added tax. Share of value added tax. Value added tax account is an independent account. It's an independent account. It's an independent account is that the revenue of value added tax is not going to federation account. It has its own account. And every month they share the value added tax proceeds among the 3 tiers of government. I think local government collects 15% of the share. Local government, they collect 15% of that share of value added tax. So every month they will pay every local, all the local government 15% of the value added tax proceeds. The value added tax proceed is shared. Federal government collect, state government collect, and local government collect. So their own share out of those accounts is 15%. So 15% of it. Every this one again, share of value-added tax. When they share the value-added tax to the local government, they will pay it to the state government account. They will pay it direct to the local government account. At the end of the day, state will be the one to control the account. State will be the one to control the account. So these are statutory sources of revenue. Let's look at permissive sources of revenue. Permissive
Mr.
sources
please,
of
I have
revenue.
a question. My hands have been up.
Okay, what is your question?
Yes, thank you, sir. First, with this new legislation by the Supreme Court now, does that imply that the 10% that state is supposed to give to local government, they'll have to make that payment as well? That's one. Secondly, for Lagos State that has LCDA, what is the position on that now? Because LCDA are not recognized. I don't think they are recognized by the federal government. So what happens to them?
Thank you very much. Now, based on the judgment now, this 10% now, local state governments are now obliged to pay it to the local government. Do you understand? But, you know, they will not pay it. But this judgment now, the one that is affected most is this statutory what? Allocation and share of value-added tax. Because this statutory allocation, it is the federal government that will share it. Do you understand? Federal government will now be paying it to the state government, to the local government account direct. Do you understand? The share of VAT too, it is the federal government that will pay it. Federal government will request for the local government account. But the 10%, state can promise that they will pay the local government. They will not do. They will not do that. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
As per the issue of LCDA, LCDA is unconstitutional. Do you understand?
Okay.
Based
Yes,
on
sir.
this recent judgment now, this not recognized local government. And based on this recent judgment, every local government is supposed to have a local government chairman. There is nothing like caretaker chairman. No. When the tenure of local government expire, before the tenure of one local government chairman expire, they're supposed to have conduct what? Election.
Okay.
So that is it.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Then the ruling on VAT that Rivers State won, does that mean that some states will not get some VAT on some particular items?
For the ruling of VAT, they have not made the final judgment on the ruling of VAT. Do you understand?
Okay.
Rivers State won at the Federal High Court. Do you understand? The case is still pending. Do you understand?
Okay,
if
sir.
Rivers State finally won at the Supreme Court, what that one means is that every state will be the one to be collecting VAT, not federal government. Do you understand?
Okay, sir.
And I agree with Rivers State because VAT collection is exclusive right of a state. Do you understand? Prior to introduction of VAT in 1993, we have a sales tax. We have a type of tax called sales tax. It was that sales tax that they used to replace VAT. Do you understand?
Okay.
That sales tax is collected by states, not federal government. It was when they now introduced VAT, they want to be collecting.
Hello, sir. We can't hear you, sir.
What say?
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. I think the network is breaking.
Okay. To permitting talking about of government.
Hello,
Number
sir.
one,
Hello, sir.
hello, I can hear you.
Yes, sir. I feel that considering the fact that there is a Supreme Court judgment that now hands off the state government from the revenue of local government, and as it relates to the 10% VAT the share of VAT, which is 10% of state internally generated revenue that is supposed to be paid to the local government. I feel the reason why the state to be obligated to pay that amount is because now the local government has autonomy, unlike before where the state had cowed all the chairmen and most of, in fact, 100% of the chairmen of local government were, just like you mentioned, appointed through state independent electoral commission. But now that they have full autonomy, particularly financial autonomy, they can actually sue the state government to court under the AGON. The Association of Local Government of Nigeria can sue the state government to ensure that 10% of the internal generated revenue is paid to them.
Yes,
since they are no longer under their control.
I'm happy for you saying that they have autonomy. What kind of autonomy they have? They have financial autonomy. Not full. Who is conducting the election of a state? Does the Supreme Court judgment say the election of a local government should be conducted by INEC?
That would eventually come to bear. The state can no longer conduct local government election. By virtue of that judgment also.
No. The judgment does not say state cannot conduct the election. Read the brief of the judgment very well. It's talking about financial autonomy, which you have said. It's not talking about the issue of legislative, the issue of, you understand, the issue of election. Those are the other issues that they are the silent issues. Do you understand? They are the gray area. Me, I still believe that we don't have full autonomy of local government. Why? Do you understand? They still need to revisit the issue of conducting the election of the local government. Do you understand? They need to revisit that. Maybe the Attorney General of the Federation still need to approach the Supreme Court again, that who has the right to conduct the election of the local government. Do you understand? Because in the Constitution, yes, I can hear you.
I do. I understand, sir.
So those are the things. So please, for the sake of time, let's try and move ahead. Permissive sources of local government. Number one permissive sources of local government is taxes and levies. Taxes and levy. Local government collect some taxes, levy with their area. It's permissive for them to collect it. It's one of the IGR. These permissive sources of local government is referring to internally generated revenue of a local government. Another permissive sources is radio and television license fee. Radio and television license fee. Every company, every resident, organization, they need to be paying radio and television license fee to a local government. Do you understand? Some local government, they are not effective in this function, in this, you understand, for them collecting this fund, this revenue. Another sources of local government revenue is shop and kiosk rates. Shop and what? Kiosk rates. Shop, all those shops, they need to be collecting rates from them every year. Maybe extension rate, shop permit rate, blah, blah, blah. Another one, tenement rates. Tenement rate, this one is supposed to be paid by landlord, owner of a land in a local government. Let me buttress more on this issue of tenement rate. Tenement rate, some local government are not collecting it again. Why? Because this function of tenement rate, some states have hijacked have hijacked this revenue from the local government, like Lagos State. In early 2004 or 2005, Lagos State hijacked the function of tournament rate collection from the local government. They now create what is called land use charge. Land use charge is a modification of tournament rate. Land use charge is not stated in the Nigeria Constitution. It is created as a result of state acts, state parliament, is state legislator that approve that. And the motive is they use it to replace tournament rate. As it is in Lagos State now, state government collects land use charge. So for state government collecting land use charge, local government cannot collect tournament rate again. So in Nigeria now, I think about 9 states have started collecting land use charge. So they emulate Lagos State, Ogun State, or your states. Do you understand? Because see, another reason why some people believe that the time when local government is collecting tournament rate, it's not effective. Local government is not collecting it as expected. Most of the people, they are defaulting. But when states now remodify it, call it land use charge, they derive more revenue. Initially, when Lagos State wanted to start a collection of this tournament rate, they are promising that, okay, when we collect the land use charge, we are going to give you, the local government, you people will have like 50% of the share. We are helping you to carry out your function. But if we have full autonomy now, local government will be the one collecting their tournament rate. By the time local government stand on their own, and the only way we can have full autonomy of a local government, let INEC conduct the election of a local government, not states. It's full autonomy. States, local government will not be answerable to, local government chairman will not be answerable to the state governor again. It will have its own right to generate its own revenue. By that time, all the 20 local governments in Lagos State can say, okay, we are approaching a court. We are going to a court. State governor, why are you collecting land use charge? It's not your function. It's our own function. Because meaning of tournament rate is still land use charge.
Local government long by land use charge now. But Lagos is hijacking, you know.
So
is hijacking.
Another one. Slaughter slab fee. So we can have a slaughter center in a local government where people can slaughter their ram and they will be paying fee. So it's one of the sources of local government.
Slaughter site fee.
Motor park levy. Please try to
mute yourself now.
Please try to mute your audio. Motor park fee is one of the sources of local government revenue. Motor park levy is one of the sources of local government revenue. Market levies, collection of tickets in the market, public market, daily ticket, is one of the sources of revenue to local government. So all these are permissive sources of revenue to local government. Permissive sources of revenue to local government. Advertisement permit fee is permissive sources. So let's look at incidental sources of revenue. Incidental sources of revenue. What incidental sources of revenue of a local government? Incidental sources of revenue. At the time of local governments too, they prepare their own budgets. Do you understand? When they are doing their budget, they plan their budget based on statutory sources, based on permissive sources. Local government cannot plan their budgets on incidental sources, though it will be part of their budget. But it's an incidental revenue. You understand? So one of the sources of revenue under incidental sources. Proceed from economic projects undertaking. You can call it proceed from commercial undertaking. Local government too can go into business. Local government can go into farming business. They can go into transportation business. They will buy buses. They will give it out to people on hire purchase. The profit that they see from that area, from that project, is incidental. They can go into farming, engage in farming. At the end of the day, they will be selling the crops. It's an incidental source of revenue. Rent of ore. Local government can construct a big ore so that people can use it for events. And every month, they will be seeing revenue from it. It's commercial undertaking or economic project undertaking. Business. Another one that we have grant from federal or state government. Grant from federal or state government. Grant, what is meaning of grant? Grant simply means assistance. Federal government can give a local government a special grant, special assistance. Likewise, too, state government can give them a special grant. Do you understand? Grant is different from aids. In public sector accounting, we have grants, we have aids. What is different between grants and aids? Grant is for monetary, while aids is in form of relief material. We can collect
Sir, please, can you come again on what
medical
grants and
aid.
aids mean?
Grant is in monetary, it's in form of cash. Do you understand? But aid, it is in form of material, goods. During the COVID-19, Nigeria received a lot of drugs, AIDS, COVID-19 vaccine from the foreign health organization. It's aid, it's not a grant because it's not in form of cash. Do you understand? All these polio and immunization vaccine, they are aids, they are not grants. It's a relief material. Do you understand? But grants has to be in form of monetary value. Monetary value.
I stayed in McGregor.
Okay. Please try to mute your audio. Try to mute your audio.
I think
Please
we
try
should
to
all
mute your
mute
audio.
so that we can concentrate in the class. The way we are interacting background is not
Hello?
really wise.
Hello.
How can I unmute?
Solo now.
Please try to unmute your audio. Oh God. Who is this?
Kò ní láti ìdílé yìí ní káyọ̀ máa dáná.
Mr. Moses and Mr. Olakunle, try to unmute your audio. You are disturbing us. You are distracting us now.
Sir, mute all.
Mute all. I'm not the host.
Please, who is the host?
Sir, please, where's the host? So, the host.
Oh God.
I'm the host.
Please, just give me 5 minutes. Let me talk to the host. Just give me 5 minutes. Let me talk to the host.
That's down there.
He's one of the limiting factor in our life.
Hey, Mr. Talk. You are disturbing our class.
Okay. Wọ́n ti drop agreement náà pẹ̀lú wọn. Kíní kan bẹ́ẹ̀ something like that.
So that people speak from everybody that come up. Because I don't want to talk about I don't want to. Wow.
99 years kọ́ ni wọ́n sọ bí this ni.
Please, Olakunle, please mute yourself. You have to stop here.
Mr. Olakule, please mute yourself, please.
Sir, please, you can continue.
Mr. Idris, please continue with your lecture.
I think he said we should give him 5 minutes to speak with the host. Maybe that's what he's trying to do.
All right.
Okay, am I worried? My phone in Houston. All right. Yeah. Okay, so good evening, class. Please, let's be muted. If you know you are not ready for this class, you can leave the class, as you should not be distracting this class. So I don't know, so that it will not be distracting for the lecturer. Is there anybody here that knows how to mute so that I can grant the host? Because I don't want to distract Mr. Idris. Can anybody volunteer that I can give hosts access to? Anyone?
I can do it, sir.
I have a free Wi-Fi here.
Okay, so Jennifer, I will give you host access. So you'll be able to mute everybody. Please don't mute the lecturer.
Okay.
Yeah. That means you mute individually.
All right, sir.
All right, so thank you very much. So Mr. Idris, please continue. Mr. Idris, you are muted. Please unmute yourself and continue. Or Jennifer, you can unmute him.
I'm looking for him.
And Jennifer, can you unmute Mr. Idris?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay.
I have a question.
Mr. Idris, your audio is poor.
Oh, I'm using two audio. Let me just remove one. Please. Let me remove one. Okay.
Okay, it's fine now.
You can hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Okay. So incidental sources of revenue. What are the incidental sources of revenue? we have talked about proceeds from economic projects such as farming, transport business, rent of horse. We have also talked about grant from federal or state governments. So we have talked about that. The next one that we should be talking about is grant from investment income. The third one is investment income. Investment income. Example of investment income is interest and dividend received. Interest and what? Dividend received. That is example of investment income. Interest and dividend received. Local government can invest their surplus fund in a bank through fixed deposits, and every month they will be receiving interest. Local government can subscribe for its shares in a company, and every year that they will be receiving dividend. It's an income. It's an incidental income. Another sources of revenue under incidental income is proceed from sales of goods. Proceed from sale of seized goods or confiscated goods. Local government can confiscate some goods from the traders or seize some goods. Take, for instance, those who are selling in road that are blocking the road, they are trading on the road. Do you understand? Local government can set up a task force and said anybody that sell on this road, his good will be confiscated or seized. Once the good is seized or confiscated, local government has the power to sell the good. And such income received from that is an incidental income. Such income is an incidental income. Another incidental income of a local government is donation. Donation can be from private company, private individuals. Donation can be from private company, private individuals. Private company like Dangote, Flour Mill, Dangote PLC, Flour Mill, they can, First Bank, they can donate money, they can donate fund or donate bus to a local government that are as part of our own social responsibility. This local government, we are assisting you with this fund. It's an incidental sources of revenue. So that is incidental sources of revenue of a local government. On grants, in public sector accounting, we have two types of grants. We have special grants and general grants. Let's go back to grants. I want to explain more on grants. There are two types of grants. Generally, there are two types of grants in public sector accounting. There is a special grant. There is a general grant. For special grants, those are the assistance given to the states or to the federal government or to the local government, either from foreign financial institution. And it is for a specific purposes. It's for a specific purpose. You can, IMF, International Monetary Fund, can assist Nigeria government a special grant for education development. It means they are giving Nigeria funds to develop education. Once Nigeria government receives that grant, they will use it only for education sectors. They cannot use it for any other sector. It's only for education sector. General grants, you can use it for a general purpose. It is not for a specific purpose. You can use it for a general purpose. So that is it on grant. So we have talked about sources of local government revenue. We said sources of local government revenue, you can classify them into three headings. We have statutory sources, we have permissive sources, we have incidental sources. And under statutory sources, we have statutory allocation from federal government, which is 20.60%. We have share of value added tax. We have 10% internally generated revenue. Under permissive sources, we have taxes and levy. We have radio and television license. We have shop and kiosk rate fee, advertisement permit, slaughter slab, market levy. All that, they are under permissive sources. While under incidental sources, we have proceeds from commercial or economic undertaking, such as farming business, transport business, rent of all. Grant from federal government, investment income, proceeds from sale of seized goods, donation. In an exam, if you are asked, explain the sources of local government or highlight 10 sources of local government, you can take any, either from statutory or either from permissive or either from incidental. Do you understand? But if you are asked, highlight 5 permissive sources of local government revenue, you will take it only under permissive sources. Highlight 5 incidental sources of revenue, you will take it only under incidental. But if the question said highlight the sources, it means you can take any. So that is it on sources of revenue to local governments. Now, let's look at administration of a local government council. How local government council is administered. How do we run a local government council? The local government council is administered by both executive and legislative arms. In local government, we have executive, we have legislative arm. The executive arms, they are made up of the chairman, the vice chairman, supervisor, treasurer, secretary, head of personnel management. While the legislative, they are the elected councillor of the local government. The elected councillor of the local government, they are the legislative arms. Now, as a finance student, as an accounting student, we need to know the function of all these officers under the executive arms. But as a finance student, as a student of finance, as a student of accounting, the one that is compulsory for us to understand the function is the function of a local government treasurer. Function of who? Local government treasurer. Because based on your field, if you want to work in a local government, and if assuming you are working in the local government, for you to say you have reached the peak of your career, it means you may become a local government treasurer. A local government what? Treasurer. Local government treasurer. So let's look at function of a local government treasurer. So what are the functions performed by the local government treasurer? Local government treasurer, as established by the law, is the one empowered to control and manage the local government finance. So, according to the Local Government Reform Act 1988, the following are the function of a local government treasurer. Number one function of a local government treasurer, rendering of financial advice to the council. Local government treasurer is an expert in finance, like you too. You are a student of accounting. You are doing a professional exam now. You are a finance expert. You need to render finance advice to your company. So, local government treasurer, one of the primary responsibilities is to render financial advice to the council. Is the one that will advise them financially, that will guide them on how to spend money, that will guide them on how to generate money. So, rendering of financial advice. Number two function of a local government treasurer is serving as a secretary to the budget committee. Serving as who? As what? Secretary to the budget committee. Local government has a budget committee. They are the one responsible for preparation of local government budgets. So, treasurer will be the secretary, because budget preparation is one of the function, one of the key responsibility of an accountant. As an accountant, you need to know how to prepare budget. When you are doing public performance management, they will teach you on budget. In my class too, in public sector accounting, 20%, I think 15% of our syllabus. 15% of our syllabus is based on budget. We are going to discuss a topic called budget and budgetary control in public sector. We know how to prepare budget in public sector. So, local government treasurer will serve as a secretary to the budget committee. Another function of a local government treasurer is receiving and disbursing money to authorized persons. Receiving and disbursing money to authorized persons. Local government will be the one to receive money. It will be the one to disburse money to authorized persons. Another one, keeping proper accounting record of money collected. Book of accounts. The person that will be in charge of book of account, the head of finance of a local government, is the treasurer. Is the one that will be responsible for preparation of local government financial statements. Is the one that will be responsible for keeping of records. So, keeping proper accounting record of money collected is also function of a local government treasurer. Ensure compliance with all financial instruction. All financial instruction. Local government treasurer will be the one to ensure compliance with it. Another one, which is more key as a treasurer of a local government, another function, which is more key as a treasurer of a local government, rendering of statutory return to the state and federal government. Every month, local government is expected to be submitting financial report to the state government. And every quarter, local government is expected to be submitting financial report to the federal government on how they spend their statutory allocation which does not come to their hand. Who is going to prepare that return? It is the treasurer. It is the treasurer that will be doing the return. Every month, state will be requesting them, local government, submit your return. Show us how much you generate internally. Show us how much you spend it. It is the treasurer that will be doing that. It is the one that have more responsibility. But in practice, local government treasurer cannot render return to the federal government. No, because the return, if federal government requests a return from the local government, they are requesting the return through state government. It is the state that will render the return to them on behalf of the local government, because mostly the fund given to the local government by the federal government, which is the statutory allocation, is being spent by the state. But based on the recent judgment now, I think there will be a change in that. Do you understand? Now, based on this recent judgment, the Minister of Finance can call for a meeting of all the local government treasurer. I want to see all the local government treasurer come and explain how you spend this money. Because as from next month now, all the money, all the statutory allocation, share of VAT will be paid direct to their account. So that is another function of a local government treasurer. Another one, maintaining an effective and efficient accounting record. Maintaining an effective and efficient accounting control system. Design of internal control system. Financial treasurer will be the one to design internal control system, so that there will be blockage of leakages in the local government revenue. He will be the one to do that. He will be the one to do that. Collecting all revenue due to the government as at when due is also the function of a local government treasurer. So please, as a good public sector accounting student, let's know at least 8 functions of a local government treasurer. Let's know at least 8 functions of a local government treasurer. One of my lecturer colleagues was discussing with me yesterday. We normally observe that I can set questions based on current issues. They set questions based on what? Current issues. One of the current issues going on in the country is about the local government autonomy. So in this diet, we may be expecting questions on local government accounting. So please, let's try and focus more. We should read all our syllabus. So I'm not saying we should leave one, but let's pay more attention to this topic called local government accounting, because this year, 2024, is one of the landmark changes to the local government affair due to Supreme Court judgment that was made recently. So I would like to set question on current issues. Do you understand? Based on what is going on in the economy. So please, let's pay more attention to local government accounting. So that is function of a local government treasurer. Now, apart from function of a local government treasurer, we need to know function of head of personnel management too. Head of personnel management. You understand? Head of personnel management is the head of civil servants in the local government. Is more superior to the local government treasurer. according to constitution now, based on this document now, any local government that don't have local government chairman, that the affair of that local government supposed to be run by the head of a local government, head of personnel management. The affair supposed to be run by the head of personnel management. We have a PDF for this. Check your group chat. The affair should be run by the head of personnel management. So, as a student of finance too, we need to understand the function of head of personnel management. All voucher and check shall be signed by the head of personnel management. If treasurer prepare voucher and check, that voucher and check must be signed by the head of personnel management before payment can be made. Award of contracts, purchase order, all other one shall be signed by the head of personnel management, subject to the approval of the council chairman. Once the council chairman award contract to the contractor, head of personnel management shall sign on it. He will be the one to deliver the letter to the contractor. He will be the one to liaise with the contractor. Head of personnel management also serve as a facilitator of audit alarm committee of the local government. He is the audit alarm committee of the local government. He is the one that will be serving as a watchdog to the chairman of the local government. He's a civil servant. Do you understand? He's not a political appointee. If peradventure, if the chairman of the local government want to engage in embezzlement of fund or this and that, head of personnel management can report the chairman of the local government to the state or to the State House of Assembly. That is the function of audit alarm committee. It's going to whistleblow the incident. Implement audit reports on the weakness identified in the administration procedure. Any audit report based on the weakness on administrative affair of the local government is the one that will implement it. Head of personnel management is also the chief administrative officer and the secretary of the council. So those are the function of head of personnel management. So for this, for public sector accounting, we should know the function of local government treasurer, function of head of personnel management. Those key two functions is very key. Now, the next heading that we should look at, finance control of a local government council. Finance control of a local government council. What are the finance control of a local government council? Finance control of a local government council. What are the finance control of a local government council? Finance control of a local government council. When you look at finance control of a local government council, we will divide it into two: internal control and external control. 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 What are the internal control of a local government? Under the finance control of a local government, what are those internal control? Number one internal control of a local government is issuance of financial authority. The finance control of local government, we divide it into two: internal control and what? External control. The control under the internal control. Finance control simply means measure put in place by the local government to guide against mismanagement of local government fund. And this finance control is divided into two. One is internal, another one is what? External. The one of internal is issuance of financial authority. Financial authority simply means warrant. Warrant. Warrant simply means instruction. What this one means is that before they can spend any money in a local government, they have to be financial warrants. Before they can spend money in a local government, they have to be what? Financial warrants. Instruction. If they want to spend money, the chairman of the local government will give warrant to the local government treasurer to disburse money. The chairman of a local government will give warrant to the local government chairman to disburse what? Money. In a state or federal government, in public sector accounting, we have annual general warrant, supplementary warrants. Federal government, in federal government level, federal minister will give warrants. Minister of Finance is going to give warrants to the accountant general to release money from the consolidated revenue fund. That is annual general warrants. So warrant is just an instruction given to an accounting officer to release money from the government accounts. Another internal control is appointment of committee for different services or different projects. Appointment of committee for different services or different projects. We should have finance committee. We should have health committee. We should have work committee. We should have environmental committee. All this is going to be in control. There will be a control. Chairman cannot do everything. You should set up a committee. All those committees, they will be the one to be giving reports to the chairman. Another one, centralization of all payments. Every payment that they want to make in the local government should be centralized. It should be made from the finance office, which is headed by the treasurer. It should be made from the finance office, which is headed by the what? By the treasurer. Another internal control of a local government is establishment and maintenance of internal audit departments. Establishment and maintenance of internal audit department. Local governments too should have internal audit department that will be auditing their account. The treasurers too, the office of finance too, the finance department too. They need to audit them. They should checkmate them. So if they want to make any payment, apart from treasurer approving the pay, apart from chairman approving the payment, and if the treasurer want to make the payment, he should send it to internal audit department for verification. So local governments too should have internal audits. Another one is preparation of estimate of income and expenditure for the year. This one means local governments too should prepare budgets. Local governments too should not be spending money anyhow. They should have a budget, meaning that this is what we want to spend money on this year. Budgets. There should be a budget. Budget is very key. At the beginning of the year, of any fiscal year, there should be budget. Any spending, any money that local government want to spend must be in line with budget. If local government want to construct a road, that road must have been appropriated for in the budget. So all these are internal control. Internal control. Internal control. Budget to control and feedback project. Feedback process too. It's an internal control. Budget control and feedback process. It's an internal control. Now, let's look at external control. What are those controls that we will use to control the local government finance? That we use to control the local government affair? That we use to checkmate local government so that there won't be embezzlement of funds? Now, people are so now see, the question now is that most of people they are saying, local government autonomy, pay local government money direct to the local government, pay them direct. But the problem is that most of the local government chairmen too, they are mafia. They are mafia in the sense that they will embezzle the money. That is the reason why states say, okay, we won't give you this money. We'll be using, take for instance, Lagos state government, they are using justification that the statutory allocation of the local government they are collecting, they are using it to construct the road that local government is supposed to construct. They are using it to construct drainage that local government is supposed to be the one to construct. That they believe that they are thinking that if they give it direct to the local government chairman, they will embezzle it, they will mismanage it. We have local government autonomy now. Local government fund now will be paid to local government direct to the local government. But the crux of the matter is, how can we checkmate the affair of this chairman? It's not about paying money direct to them. The money paid direct to the local government account. How will the chairman of a local government manage it? Do you understand? I've had experience. Do you understand? I've worked in a local government for about 2 years. I know what is going. You understand? So I have the practical experience. 2 years I work in a local government. Just for me to understand the structure of a local government. I was appointed as a member of a committee just for 2 years. I know how the affair is being run. Some of those who are a chairman of a local government, that you are saying they should be managing billions of naira coming from federation account. Most of them, they are primary school holder, they are SSC holder. Some of them now, you see them, they'll just be building a hotel. So Supreme Court judgment have made a judgment. So please, federal governments too, they need to put a measure in place to checkmate the affair of this local government chairman. Giving them autonomy is not the problem. By giving them autonomy, say they are going to do what they're supposed to do. The money paid direct to them, hope they are not going to embezzle it. Those are the problem. Now, legislative control. Legislative control. Legislative control. Legislative control is one of the external control of a local government. One of the external control of a local government is legislative control. Legislator need to control the local government. This legislative control, the House of Assembly, which is the Senate or House of Rep, they need to control the affair of a local government. They need to implement a law that will control the affair of a local government. They need to set up a committee that will supervise the affair of a local government. The State House of Assemblies too, they need to control the affair of a local government so that the local government chairman will not be somebody that will be an alpha and omega. That, since I have autonomy, I can do anything I like. No. If they leave the local government chairman alone to do anything he likes, there will be a lot of embezzlement of funds. Do you understand? So, how every money paid to the local government account from the federal government, local government should account for how they spend it. Do you understand? Based on this financial autonomy now, federal government should give them a mandate, a financial template that all this money that we are paying you every month, you need to give account on what you use it for. If you don't give account, the next month on, you will not collect it. There should be a financial template, though we have a financial memoranda for a local government, which you are still going to look at. And that financial memoranda is designed by the Minister of Finance to guide the local government affair. Since we have local government autonomy now, federal government should create Ministry of Local Government Affairs so that that minister will be supervising all the affairs of the local government. Look at their project that they are using the fund to do. Federal government and state executive control. Governor too. See, I cannot support full local government autonomy. Governors should have one or two ways to control the local government chairman. Because once they know that governor is after them, they will sit right tight. Do you understand? So state executive control simply means governor's control. Governors too, she checkmate. This local government in my state that they are paying money direct to now. What is he using this money for? State governors too should question the local government chairman on how they spend their money. So, state executive, federal government and state executive control. Another control of a local government is Office of Auditor General for the Local Government Control. Office of Auditor General for the Local Government Control. Every state, we have two Auditor General Every state has two auditor general. There will be auditor general for states. That auditor general for state will be the one to audit the account of the state government, appointed by the governor. There will also be auditor general for the local government. This auditor general for the local government will be the one auditing the account of all the local governments in that state. This auditor general for the local government is also appointed by the governor. So every month, auditor general for the local government should be going around the local government to audit them, to checkmate them. Maybe every quarter or every month too. Auditor general for state too should not say, since auditor general for local government is doing his own, him too should go around the local governments too. We are talking of control so that there will not be mismanagement of local government funds. Auditor general for the federation control, this one is federal government, appointed by federal government, appointed by the president. Him too should have one or two ways to control the local government. How? He should be asking the local government every year, submit your audited accounts, submit your financial statement, so that this federal allocation, since this statutory allocation paid to you by the federal government, so that the auditor general for the federation can see how you spend it, can audit it, can verify. So those are the external control of a local government. Apart from this, we have general public control. The public too, citizens, they should control the local government in one way or two way, in one or two way. How? If they see that local government award the road and they have disbursed the money, the CDA, Community Development Area Association, the CDA, Community Development Association in that area, and they have seen that local government have awarded money to the contractor. 2 years, contractor have not finished the road, have not constructed the road. They should publish it. They should approach the state so that the state can question the chairman. Chairman, so road. The CDA people said that you have awarded to the contractor, and the contractor have not done anything on the road, so that they know how they spend the money. General public, they should control the local governments too. If they see any affair, anything that the local government chairman is doing that is not fair, they should report it. So now let's look at challenges of local government council. Problem and challenges of local government council. What are the problem and challenges of local government council? What are those problems and challenges of the local government council?
Sorry, sir.
Yes.
The class ends by 4 p.m.
Please, this is where we are going to stop. Let me just list the problem. Our next class, we are going to do calculation. Please. Number one problem and challenges of a local government council is local government council are not allowed to raise tax. Most of the taxes that local government want to raise, state government does not give them permission to raise it. It is state government that will collect advertisement permit. It is the state government that will collect land use tag. Lack of local government autonomy is one of the challenges of a local government chairman, of a local government council. Lack of local government autonomy. Another one, which is number 2, inadequate fund or limited fund to execute projects. Local government does not have enough fund to execute projects. Another challenges of a local government council, federal government and state governments delay the release of their statutory allocation. They don't release their statutory allocation on time. Even the one that they release, some of the state government, they will do what? Hijack it. They will not pay it to the local governments. Another challenges of a local government council: inadequate or unqualified personnel staff. Inadequate qualified personnel. Local government, most of the people working in the local government, they are not qualified. They don't have experience and qualified personnel. The number of graduates in local government is limited compared to the number of those people that are not graduates. Another problems or challenges of local government, which I fail to mention here, is mismanagement of local government funds by the chairman, which is ineffective or inefficient management of local government fund by the chairman. Local government fund is being mismanaged by the chairman. It's a problem or challenges of a local government. Another one, which I fail to mention, is political instability of a local government affair. Political instability of local government affair. This one is very common to local governments. What we mean by that is those people that occupy office in local government, the local government chairman, the local government vice chairman, the councillor, their tenure is unstable. It's based on the governor. What that one means, let me explain that one better. Once there is changes in governor, if they take over power, the new governor will sack all the present chairman. It will appoint his own people. Example, assuming there is a Supreme Court judgment that sack a governor, a sitting governor, he now give it to the opposition that this is the elected governor. The first thing that new governor that was appointed, that was sworn in by the Supreme Court will do, is to sack all the local government chairmen. And most of these local government chairmen, they are elected and they will have a plan for that local government. That plan that they have for that local government has gone. A caretaker committee will be appointed. So the political office order of a local government, they don't have stability. They are unstable. They are unstable. Another problem is tribalism. Tribalism and nepotism. In the administrative affair of the local government. In the administrative affairs of the local government. Most of the local governments, there is a lot of tribalism there. If you want to become a local government chairman, you have to be from that area. If you are not from that area, you are not part of them. Do you understand? Despite that you are working in that area, or you are living in that area, a lot of tribalism, nepotism. This one is my family. This one is going on within the local government structure. tribalism, and nepotism. Those are the problems or challenges of a local government. So, any question, any query, any issue, this is where we are going to stop. Any question?
Sir, please, when are we going to get the soft copy for this topic you just did now?
Okay, you are from VI Center.
Yes.
Okay,
It
I'll
has
send
already been sent in the group.
I will send the soft copy to you once I finish the lecture now.
Okay.
Ready.
Finish the lecture. By next week, if I come to your class, it's only the calculation we are going to do.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, please, you said that by next week, if you come to our class, does it mean you're not coming tomorrow?
Tomorrow timetable is Sunday timetable now.
Yes.
Are we having PSAP tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I think it's another lecturer.
Another lecturer. The other lecturer is coming tomorrow.
Okay.
So this is all what you need to know on local government. Please, let's pay more attention to local government accounting. So thank you very much. Thank you for having me. So have a nice day. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.